the same A root there. Now we're actually note for note here. We're going to go, that's your A minor pentatonic. So it's 6, root, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so if we start and if we play that over an A7, okay, that's what's going on there. And then just the blues note. The blues note for the 1 is the big one here between the 2 and the 3 right there. Okay, that's where it falls in the blues key. In the root key of the blues, it falls between the 4th and the 5th. In the key of A, that would be between the D and the G. Yes, would be the F. It would be the D sharp. Sorry, my bad there. So let's go back to the regular chart here and let's look at A minor pentatonic. Now I'm going to not zoom in too far so we can first start up here where we get root key of the blues. Okay, we want to play the real deal A, so we're going to put the fret nut on the E so that our A shape is the real deal A. Okay, that we was just playing, you know, doing that with the blues, you know. Okay, that's easy on piano. So let's proceed. We have here the A-shaped A, real deal A. Okay, when we make that a minor, we look down here. These are lined up. So see how these fret nuts are lined up, and see how everything's completely lined up. This is total recall. You know, this is the computer doing all the work for you. These, the chart rather, are completely lined up. All right, so when we're looking at the A-shaped A there, and we want to make that a minor, it would go 3, 6 to root. Now notice we're not looking at here. If we make it a minor, we're going to the 3 flat there. Same note, but we're going to make that 3 flat the root of the blues master key. So we can recognize a nice A minor shape, so I call it an A minor pent. Okay, call it an A minor pent. It's only an A minor when this is an E, but it could be anything. So let's continue on because there are other perks in this chart. By renumbering the bottom fretboard. Okay, let's bump over to the E box, and the reason is because with my open strings here, I have an E. So it's E and then A. We can just go. So I'm going C to F, E shape C, A shape F. Now blues master key is going to be what? Shadowing along there. Now we don't call it the shadow yet until we get over here to the E pent. We're going to shadow a minor third up because the blues master key is a minor third up from the key of C, from the root key. If you call the key of C the root key, blues master key's always a minor third up anyway, would be E flat. So we call it a shadow up here because it takes the original shape. But we're going to go 1 pentatonic letter up. E goes to G. Okay, so it'll go like this. We're going to play the G. Now shadowing up here. Okay, so you can do that all day. I can sit there and do that in the C box. Is nice too. You know, just play a C to I guess to an E-shaped F. You can kind of fake it, or you can do G to C. You can do it in the G box rather. Over here. Now, by the way, you can do the root key of the blues pentatonics, the normal pentatonics. G, C, and D. So the G pentatonic. That's not the blues scale, that's the normal root pentatonic. Now, when we get to the D, we can't do the regular pentatonic because it goes too low. So we got a choice. We can do a long D pentatonic, which I'd rather not do. So I'm just going to go up one cage shape to the C shape there. Guitar players like to do a little, you know, thing like this. So let's just start here and work our way up. Here's our G box. All right. Now I'm playing it lower than usual, so I'm going to put it in the key of G for you, I guess. And we'll do it this way, so we can get up there to those good parts. Okay. Now we play the G. Let's look at the chart and pay attention to the chart here. G, C, and D. The blues master key is going to be one pentatonic letter up from each. So it's A, D, and E. All right. So we can go ahead and look down here for our blues master key because we still have our reference here for the G. Don't worry about this right now because we're going to be using this upper part of the fretboard here. Okay. What I'm saying is, so we start with the G. We're not going to change to the C yet. Now we're going to do our A pentatonic, which is a G minor pen. Okay, so it probably really is because we're starting in G. So we're going to do. Okay, so we've got. We do the A. Okay, so there's our A pent blues. Now we're going to also be able to shadow that G because we just take the A pent and go to its. We're in the blues master key now. Blues master key 1 or blues pent key 1. Remember, blues master key is blues pent key 1 cross blues pent key 4 plus cross blues pent key 5. Playing pentatonics in the blues master key, but we don't have to all the time. That's the important part to remember. So let's just look at an E-shaped C here. If you treat that E as the second, it's. So watch it. Listen to this. This isn't a pentatonic scale. So we're doing this. Let's scoot over to our other chart. You see we're getting messed up here, but we're going to finish. I don't want to do too much this morning. I wanted to explain what we already explained before Total War. So we're looking at the E shape here. If we want to do a D pentatonic, it goes something like this. It'd have to to be long because we couldn't play the normal E pentatonic up here. All right. The point is, if we want to treat that E, that root as a in the blues magic key, we go like this. Hey, that's about all we got time for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.